I love the music for Creative Cravings. It always livens me up on a Wednesday afternoon. Hello, welcome back to Crafty TV. My name is Joe Remblance and it is Creative Cravings. It is that one chance of the week where we all learn together. It's whether you're trying to get into maybe a new style of crafting, maybe you're new to crafting, it's that one show of the week where we really take it back to basics and also guide you through some amazing deals as well at the same time. And of course we have amazing crafters. None ever more so amazing than the Queen of Crafters companion herself. Sara's here. How are you, Sara?
Oh, tremendous, Joe. I don't get to do Creative Cravings very often. I'll let you into a bit of a secret. There's always quite a battle on for who gets to do Creative Cravings. So it's been a few weeks since I've had a chance to do the show, and I've put the show together myself for tonight, and I got a little bit carried away. So we've got an awful lot to get through in 2 hours. So do you want a little preview of what we're going to be doing?
Oh,
okay?
Yes, please.
So first of all, I picked the brand new embossing folders that we've just had out the last few weeks that you guys have loved. So if you're wanting to do something simple, and that's what Creative Cravings is, something really, really simple, these embossing folders are going to cut and emboss at the same time. So they've already been popular going into the show. A lot of you have pre-ordered them. So hopefully a lot of you, what you've pre-ordered, I'll be able to show you a little bit more with them. So that's the embossing folders. Also on this show, a technique which I love, which I don't know if we've ever done this before on Crafters TV, it is the 3D mandala. So can you see this card and how dimensional it is, Joe? And that is all done from one stamp and die set. So we've got multiple different options for you, but we've got like a starter kit on the mandala stamps and dies, and I'm going to be doing a bit of glittering with these. So we're going to be having a little bit of a play with these. I've also got a little bit of a preview of what was on this morning. We did pop-up boxes this morning, and what I've got is, because it's Creative Cravings and we do nice basic ones, I've got the pop-up box that we had on this morning. We had like a little starter kit, so I've got that starter kit on the show today. Fantastic price to get you started on pop-up boxes, or we will be doing having a little bit of a look at some of the larger pop-up boxes you can be making that were featured on our masterclass this morning, because you'd always go back and watch this morning's show. Assuming I don't run out of time, I'm also going to get some of our stencils out. We're going to do a little bit of stenciling work as well. So yes, from stenciling, and totally forgot about this, I'm going to be doing some inking. So I've also got some of my, I've got some of the metallic pigment inks. So I'm going to be doing some different techniques like these with the metallic pigment inks. So it is Creative Cravings. We've also got the horn, because we'll have the 5 and 5 coming up. I'm going to try and get through all of that, give you a whistle-stop tour and tons of crafting. Plus, Joe's obviously going to be taking all of your questions live. If you've got any for the crafty clinic, we can answer any of your dilemmas on any of these products or anything else while we're going on. So that's my plan. I'm going to get ready for my first segment, and what I'm going to do them embossing folders first, because I was the most excited about those. We'll do that demo first, but Joe will give you a quick rundown of what's going on.
Oh yes, absolutely. I feel like we need a stethoscope for the crafty clinic. I feel like we need to get one of those. Maybe a white coat. I've always fancied the idea of dressing up like a doctor. Right, we always start off our Creative Craving show with our hero tool, and this week it is the Spectrum Noir craft mat. Now, plot twist, you're not going to get one for $15.98. You're going to get two for $15.98. I've got one. Sara's got one over there as well, because when she saw it, she's like, well, hang on, I definitely need one of those. Because these are fantastic just for doing loads of different inky techniques on. Great if you love mixed media bits and bobs. You know how bad I am with packaging, guys, bear with. But these are great because also they're a really great protective surface. So it's a little bit like, you know, like the liner that you can buy that goes in the bottom of your oven. It's kind of like that, but what it does is it sits on your work surface and means that you can protect your work surface, especially when you're doing inking and paste and all those kinds of things as well. $15.98, I'll put that away in a minute, or $23.92. It's our hero tool. It means it'll only holds that price for 24 hours, so you'll need to be quick for that. It's a time limited offer, that one. Right, shall we have a look at these cut and emboss folders? Oh, we're going to stencils first. Oh, stencils. Now these are gorgeous. Our layering stencils, these are those layering stencils as well, because of course they're Crafter's Companion. It means that they're the ones that you can also put through your embossing, die cutting and embossing machines, and use them as embossing folders if you want to. So this one here is the Pretty Peonies that you can see, and again, because they're 3 different stencils, so they're 1, 2 and 3, when you pop them together, this is what 1 will give you, 2 will give you this effect, and 3 will give you this. But then you pop them up together, layer them up together, this is what you end up with, which is gorgeous. So that is the Pretty Peonies. This one here, oh, Decadent Lilies. Lilies are my absolute favourite. So you've got that in the collection, but then we've got some other options for you as well. You've got Perfect Poppies within here. Oh, hello, just dropped one. Oh, bear with. That one's Perfect Poppies. You've also got Radiant Roses. You've got those delicious dandelions, and the other one is your Delicate Daisies, which is this one just here. I love this project that's been made using that. They're really, really fantastic. Now, because they're a stencil, yes, you can ink through them, but also you can do all the other things that you can do for your stencil. So you can emboss with them. You can put all of your different glitter pastes and your mousses and pastes and mixed media items through them as well. They are really, really versatile. You want to make sure you've got some stick and spray in your basket as well, if you don't have some already in your craft room. Now, cut and emboss is what we're going to look at next. Now, these are fantastic because if you are batch making, you're going to absolutely adore these, because in one pass through your machine, what it does is it cuts for you this element here at the top, so it's going to cut out love, but also you end up with these words here at the bottom. And the great thing is that they're really usable sentiments. So within this collection, you're going to get love, you're getting home, there's friend, you've got thanks. How many of us sending thanks to loads of different people at the moment? Lots of you be using that one just now. You've got birthday in here, of course, always popular. We've all got one. Well, I hope you have. I used to have 2, but that's a different story. Well, now I've got 2. Mine was on the wrong day for a very long time. I'll explain it to you later. Congrats is the other one that you've got in here as well. So you've got all of those. £58 or $67 to grab all 6 of those. So less than £10 per cut and emboss folders. Other brands might sell you an embossing folder and then a separate die. However, we've put all of it into one item here for you as well, so you get the best value. Now, loads of you saying hello. I can see Carolyn saying hi, Debbie's here, Anne is here from Connecticut. She'll be glad that I gave her a blast of my horn a moment ago. Oh, this is a funny place name, I love it. Pam from Spotsylvania, Virginia. Now that's a solid place name right there. Now, definitely the Crafty Clinic is open. Any questions that you've got whatsoever, I will dive into the comments and go through. And it really is that chance where this point of the week where there's no such thing as a silly question. We're all going to learn together. If you want to get social with us, you can. If you want to send us photos, you can also do that as well. Right, I'm going to dive into these comments. I'm going to hand you over to Sarah.
Yeah, I think you're right, Joe. There is no such thing as a silly question, and especially, there's no such thing as a silly question any day, but especially on a Wednesday, where it is Creative Cravings, where we do get, basically, we tell all of our newbie people, come and watch this show, because this is where we're going to bust down the jargon, we're going to go back simplistic with it, and, everyone's welcome. I mean, everyone's welcome to all of our shows, but particularly the beginners in this sort of show here. Now, I'm going to get started with the cut and emboss folders. So, can you see each one of these, when I open it up, you've got, this is like a regular embossing folder. This is basically, all these are dies. So you've got each individual die for the letters. So you're going to get this lovely embossed detail on here, and it's going to cut out the word friend at the same time. So what we're going to do is, I'm going to show you this sort of card here, where we have all the embossed background, but the word friend all cut at the same time. And you can be doing anything with the friend word. It can be for a friend's birthday, it can be with love, it can be a thinking of you, so many different occasions. Now, what I have done, Joe, already getting ready for this demo, is I've created myself an inky background. So I'm going to hopefully be touching on some of this stuff. I mean, we've got a whole show on inky backgrounds next week in our Colour Me Happy. So if you want to learn how to do these sort of techniques, make sure you tune in. I've done loads of these before, but I've basically done a 5x7 piece of watercolour and just given it the inky background. And I've had to pre-do it because it needs to be bone dry for me to do this technique. So now it's nice and dry. Can you see that it's cut to exactly the same size as my embossing folder? Now, with these embossing folders, they are a regular embossing folder, which means your 2 outer Gemini plates. So this is going to sandwich between your 2 plates. However, if you want a slightly deeper emboss, which I always like to, I add my metal plate. I'm only adding it in as an extra shim here, not because it's metal or whatever, just putting it in as a shim. And then a bit of a tip. Instead of having your folder going like this, you can just slightly offset it. So then it's not kind of coming off your machine all in one go. It's kind of going to ease off a little bit more. So you get less of a clunk when it comes out. So it doesn't affect in any way the performance of the embossing folder. It's just sometimes, I know a lot of people say, oh, I hate that clunk. It sounds like I'm breaking my machine. You see, the clunk wasn't too loud there. That's because it just clunked a tiny bit off the edge as opposed to clunking off the whole lot at once. If that makes sense. Now, when I lift this out, can you see? There we go. I've managed to almost leave all of the die pieces. So all of these, they will come in handy, and you can pop them all out if you want and use them. It's like another word that you've got. You could use it on another card. So just make sure, I always get confused with the D's and how the D's go. So make sure you take it out and put it back together how it came out. So there's end, and then E-end, oh, here's another one that always gets confused in the R. So just take it out in multiple sections. This is only going to be if you're going to use the rest, which I'm not. I'm just showing you it now because they look really, really pretty. But can you see? So there's friend, and then our F on the edge as well. So that is my waist, which is a nice bonus, because if you were doing this for a card, you would probably, that's the bit you would use, and this would be the waist. Now, it looks a little bit plain, Joe. You can't really see the embossing, and what really shows it well is when you get our gilding wax out. So I'm going to get a bit of gilding wax on there.
Obviously, the best way to get the best value is to go for that main collection. If you did want to grab a couple of them, though, 2 for £20 or $23, details along the bottom of your screen there. So it's completely up to you. You've got a price point for everyone in this show, so it's up to you how you grab them. That's looking beautiful. I especially love that background.
You can just see how it starts to really show up, can't you? And with gilding wax, the best way to apply it is just with your fingers. So you're just giving it a little bit of a rub over. You can always go and add more. You can't take it off. So what you should refrain from doing is thinking, oh, I'll dip loads in and rub it all over, because then you'll just turn it into a metallic card, and you want the sheen on. So can you see how we can see the design up there now? You can't really see the one down here. That's because I haven't, that just shows you the difference that the gilding wax makes. And when we give that a rub over, look how it just starts to come to life. So if you're wanting to do easy cards, that's why I chose this one for my kind of creative cravings pick of the show, because people who are just getting into this, I think with these embossing folders, all you need, however you want to create your inky background, and just a little bit of gilding wax onto there, and the whole thing comes together. And you can see the shine on that gilding wax when you tilt it to the light. So all I'm going to do from there, Joe, is just mount this up onto a base piece of card. So when you're doing, oh dear, I got my foam pads out earlier. I don't know where I put them. I'm such a liability, Joe. Okay, so maybe we won't foam pad it, and we'll do some 3D glue gel. It's exactly the same technique, it just takes a little bit longer to do. So I'm going to do that, and I'm going to layer that up onto a little bit of the green cardstock. So I'll just layer this up while you can let me know if there's any questions coming in.
Oh, well, there's loads of people. Oh, we've got a new viewing country, I think. Janet says hello from Singapore. I think she might be our first ever. What's the word? Is it Singaporean? I think that's what, if you're from Singapore, you're Singaporean. Do you know
is
what?
That or have you just made that up? It sounds like it might be something you've just made
I think it is Singaporean. Is it Singaporean or Singaporean? Let me know in the comments, Janet, please. I'd love you to let me know. Loads of you saying, Antonia saying, I'm not a newbie, but I just love watching you two. So can I watch? Absolutely. All of our shows are open to absolutely everyone. Suzanne is loving my shirt as well. Maybe I need to get some more sort of like lively shirts. I don't know, John. Maybe John will get a bit annoyed. No, he's the big shirt man. So I'm usually the pastels and darks man. But
I think you can pull off a strong shirt, Joe. I think you can absolutely pull off a strong shirt.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, get yourself some new jazzy shirts.
Some new jazzy shirts. Right, I'll work on it. And Norlita's saying hi from Denmark as well. Loads of you saying hi. Someone saying, Amelia saying, would love a graduation card sentiment. Please put it on the list.
Oh, graduation card. That sounds like
graduation card sentiments. Okay,
Yeah.
we'll add it to the list. Leanne is in on Monday, so maybe we can pop the idea to her then as well.
Right, I'm making an easel card here, Joe. So what I've done is I've taken a piece of A4, or if it's 8.5 by 11, you just put the halfway score line and halfway through this part. So can you see it gives you that fold? So basically it's folded in half, and then what's left is folded in half as well. And then you put glue on just the bottom half here, and you cut another piece of card to exactly the same size, and that is going to stick over top. So what happens is it sticks on the base part of here as opposed to on the whole part. So what that then means is you get an easel card. So if I show you that from the side, you can see it goes flat. I'll just wait, we get on the your close-up camera here. So there we go, flat. And then when you open this up here, can you see it? That's what gives you the easel shape. So I've done another one of those fancy, you know, the patterned background, and just matted and laid it. That is going to go on the base. Now, best glue, if you're doing your matting and layering, oh, I'm getting into glue school here. We need our Leanne if we do a glue school, don't we? So what you want to do is for flat gluing, I'm going to use my Collal all-purpose. So we have these on the website. Go and have a little look, because watch what you can do. You can put this down and you can manoeuvre it into place. So by manoeuvring, I get little bits of glue all over, and it sticks all over really nicely. So that's the base bit, and then I'm going to do the same with the front. It's a little bit harder to manoeuvre because I don't want to press down on this one because I've got my 3D glue gel on there. So pop the Collal all-purpose on here. I used to have some ladies, you know, who bought that Collal all-purpose 20 bottles at a time, Joe. I kid you not. They're like, they just find it so easy for doing all of that manoeuvring, getting everything just perfectly into place first time. So there's that. And then the rule is when you do easel cards, is you need something to hold it in place, because obviously it's going to fall down otherwise. So I always just stamp an extra sentiment. I've already got that one with my foam pads on the back. So when we stand this up ready, friend, happy birthday, and then that's going to form that stopper, so that the whole thing holds together and you get that shaped easel. But how quick and easy was it using the shaped the cut and emboss, because it's all done in one. Now, that is just one of the designs. Let me show you all the ones that we've got in the set. So we've got friend. We've also got congrats. So we didn't do congratulations because it would be a bit too long. That's that same gilding wax on there. How good does this look on a big one? So can you see this is onto a piece of acetate, just another patterned background. That is looking absolutely spectacular. You've got the birthday. So we've got the birthday one there onto another one of those, you know, splodgy backgrounds. Splodgy backgrounds work brilliant for this. There's your congrats again on just a one where we've sanded away the top. Love is always one of the most popular in this collection, and it leaves the O as a little heart and just cuts out the others. I think that's really cute. Home's the same, you'll see when we get to home. It has a little picture for home. This is all just an inked background with your Harmony water reactive inks. Don't just think card making. This is just on the front of a box. How cute's that front of a box? A little bit more splodging on here with the love one. There's the home that I was telling you about. So can you see it just has the little house? And I think this is very of the moment, Joe. So people who are making cards for people who are stuck at home, who need to stay at home, people who are self-isolating. It's really nice just to show someone you're thinking of them. And then this one here, I love this idea. It's like a little bit raised. So can you see it's a little bit raised, so you've got a bit of a bow front, and how simple is that? That is literally a simple base card, little bit of inking, little bit of gilding onto there again, and then a little flower at the bottom. Looks spectacular.
Absolutely beautiful. And the great thing is, if you are pretty new to crafting or to die cutting, they're fantastic. You can't really go wrong. Batch making as well, absolutely brilliant. £58 or $67 gets you all of these. That's a 25% saving when you get them like that. You can, if you want to just go for a couple of these, 2 for $20 or for $23. I'm guessing they will go through your junior, these ones,
perfectly.
Sarah.
Yep, perfectly.
Wonderful.
Well.
So yeah, if you've got a junior or any of those sort of A5 die cutting machines, these will work through there beautifully. And lots of you, I'm sure, will love creating inky backgrounds with those. Right, Sara has got the horn. I've got the products, so it is of course going to be time for our 5 in 5. It's fast, it's furious, and if you are watching, I know you're watching because I've seen you, I know secretly it's your favourite part of the entire week. Right, there's a clock there. Sara, are you ready?
I didn't even remember. It's been that long since I've done a creative cravings. I didn't even remember that I got to be horn lady. Right? Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Joe? Oh, I didn't even want to give you a warning there.
Right, off we go. A stamping platform is the first one, 4x4. So this is our stamping platform, which is fantastic. It'll pick your stamps up. You've got 4 springs in the corner of here as well. So what it means is, because it's clear, you can line it up as well. Beautifully modelled. It's like the generation game by the lovely Sara. The great thing is about this as well is that if you don't get a clean, clear, crisp stamp, you can always pick it up, re-ink, and then go back in with it again. This is the smaller one. We do some larger ones as well, and one with a magnetic base too. £7.99, $11.96 if you want to go for this. The other great thing about a stamping platform like this is that if you don't have the best dexterity, you can really make sure you line it up properly before you commit, and you splodge it down, as we would say. Grab that $7.99, $11.96, saving 20%. Which is fantastic. Right, okay, crafters inspiration. We need time on this one. 69 projects within here. I'll come to what those projects are. Let me just tip all the goodies out first, because there's absolutely loads of them. So in here, I mean, you've got £50 worth of crafting kit in here. So you're going to get some dies in here. That's included.
That's worth your £4.99 straight.
Absolutely. You're going to get a DVD in here, all that glitters. Wow, with the lovely Fiona Clayton. And you've got printable 580 printable elements in there as well. That's included. There's a stamp collection included. You've even got an embossing folder included as well, which is fantastic. So all of that, and then we come on to the actual magazine itself. You'd pay more than $4.99 just for the magazine. So you've got in here loads of different inspiration, lots of different kinds of projects within here, and of course it's going to make you sort of dig out all your crafters companion stash, but also maybe give you some ideas on how you're going to use lots of your wider stash as well. And also, if you're not having
almost missed it. I didn't realise you were that was a minute.
I thought I'd only go about 15 seconds.
Moving on.
Family.
It's a good deal, that one though. You can't miss that one.
Oh, I could have spent all day on that one. The next one we've got is this lovely stamp and die. It's our family stamp and die. Now, the great thing about this is that you have the sentiment there, but then what you also have is family, and then everything else to go with it. So your other dies, or stamps I should say, are together, we make a, is everything, friends are thee, where begins and love never ends, we choose for ourselves. So the die with the corresponding stamp set, so you can tailor that and create your own personalised sentiment, which is fantastic. £6.
Yeah, moving on. I know what's coming next.
Okay, right, next. Peony. Oh, is this Decadent Lilies? This one is, this is a gorgeous embossing folder.
I was moving them on thinking of you guys.
This is, you're going to love this, from the Lily collection, one of our 3D embossing folders, and what it means is it gives you a real deep sculpt to your paper crafts as well. And what that does is gives you something really lovely. Whether you're going to ink that, whether you're going to use things like gilding waxes on there, you can even snip into it if you want to, because when you look at it on the back, you've got sort of 2 instantly usable elements if you want. So you could easily snip that border out there and then use the background part, or snip into it, even maybe layer it up and create a frame or a wreath if you wanted to. So loads that you can do with it. £5.94 if you're in the UK, $8.45 if you're in the US. It will go through, of course, your big Gemini, and it will go through your Gemini Junior as well. But if you've got colouring mediums as well, you want to get inky, you're going to love colouring this up too.
Come on, show them the last one. Show them the last one. I can't wait.
Is it getting really hot in here, or is it me?
Come on.
Right, this is the one you've all been waiting for. It is the Sparkle Ink Craft Kit. So many of you, some of you may have seen this already. Already a quarter of the stock has gone on this, by the way. Look at what you're getting in here for $22.49. All those stamps. You're going to get these card blanks within here.
Because it looks way more exciting on the close-up.
Look at all of this.
I'll show you. There you go. Look, I'm stealing your thunder now, Joe.
And it's
2 sets of stamps worth the value of the box. £4 4 of your ink, he's so excited. 4 of your ink pipettes, and if I just show you the colours, you get the yellow, the red, the blue and the clear. Each one gets its own little pipette as well. There's how intensive those sparkles are. You keep shaking over there.
You've got your spritz bottle as well. I feel like, Sarah, I don't feel like this should be in a 5 and 5. I think that you should demonstrate this.
Well, I've got one.
Just seeing what's in here.
I've got it because I've been they're shouting us down. I'm ignoring that. You get card blanks, you get envelopes, you get watercolour card in here. You get these, Joe. So these you can actually do your these have got resist on the background. Joe, I'm going to have to show you.
Yeah,
I've got one open because shall I tell you what? I was on Create and Craft this morning with this, right here, live from our studio in New Lakeland. So I've still got all my gear.
What an amazing gift as well.
Oh, it would be fabulous. There's loads of, I didn't even show you. There's a coloured card. There's everything you need. Yeah.
Thanks.
Right. Can I do that, Joe?
Go for it, yeah.
Is that all right?
I love it.
I do have some stuff I could I do have some stuff. Right, come on then. Oh, 'cause I'll get my other one
I'm
out.
just thinking, how much would a 3-pack of sparklinks would be on their own? Are they $12.99? Are they more than that?
You actually get the clear one as well.
And you get the clear one. So 3 of them would normally, they'd be what, over £4 each. So you've got £16 just worth of inks in here, and then you've got all of that other stuff. You've got the spritz bottles, the card blanks and envelopes. And the other great thing is, as we said, you can pay for this and have it sent to someone else. Make sure you get one for yourself as well, because you're going to be really jealous if you just get it for someone else. But it's an amazing little gift. £22.49 in the UK, $22.49 if you're in the US as well. Go, Sarah, blow him out. Take right over, someone said in the comments.
Yes, it's hard time. I'm sorry, Anne. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry because is this a first that we actually just totally get the 5 and 5 out?
I think it is.
Demo. Why not? You can't. I can't.
It's going to be a 5 in 15 at this rate, I think.
Whatevs. I'll just craft everything else really quickly, right? So here's the thing, right?
Quarter of the stock's already gone, by the way.
You are kidding me.
Nope.
You are kidding me. Right. Okay. So listen to this. Please go to the website, do your order and check your order out whilst you are watching and shopping at the same time, because you don't want to miss this. Those of you who are in the US on the subscription program, please, those of you that have already got it, tell everybody else how awesome it is, because it's one thing to hear it from me, but it's another thing if we get people. If you are watching and you have this kit, please tell everybody else, because the value in this kit is outstanding, and you get 4 pots of the little sparkle. Now let's have a little bit start with the sparkle pots. Joe, please, Joe, if it's going so fast that you need to interrupt me, I'd rather you interrupt me than you tell them this is sold out, because the other thing you need to know is we only make so many of these. So this morning it sold out in Create and Craft in record time. All the ones that are on subscription in the US have gone out. So this is the last of the stock anywhere in the world that we've got right here on Crafters TV. So it's like a one-off opportunity. So Joe, I am giving you full authorization if you have to interrupt me, because it's better that everybody knows where we're at.
I'm going to keep my finger on the stockpiles. Loads of people are absolutely wetting themselves in the comments that the horn has turned. How the tide turns. Payback can be a... Payback can be a something, Stacey said. It was 4 letters, but she'd hashed them all out, so I'm not sure what it was. Who knows?
Right. Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Right. So... 4 colours. Let me show you. When I turn these over, you can see the intensity of the sparkle in here. So actually, while I've turned it over, can you see this one's already started to fizz away and get going? Have a little look on the close-up. Can you see, as I give it a bit of a shake, that all oh yes, it starts whizzing around. Can we see on this one here? Should we zoom in on here? Are you ready to go and zoom in on the over? Whoop. So there we go. There's that sparkle. We're going to give it a good shake. You should really just whiz them around, but either way, it's not going to work. There you go. Once all that's gone off the bottom, you know that it's all mixed in. Same with the red. So it's like a purpley red, actually. What's the colour called? Pink garnet. Lovely pink garnet. And then the yellow. Now we put a blue, a red and a yellow in, because those clever ones amongst you will have worked out that those are the primary colours. Then you can mix any colour you want. And we've put in the sparkle. So I've put in the sparkle, the clear sparkle, so that you can make anything sparkly. Now in the kit, I mean, you get all these gorgeous stamps as well, but just look at these backgrounds. Now you won't be able to see them. I wonder if, do you want to go and see if you can find some samples, Joe, anywhere? Because it would be lovely to show everyone some samples. I had some samples this morning. There's a gorgeous butterfly. We'll do that one. Oh, I do like that one too. Oh, we've got there's loads of nice ones anyway. Watch what happens here, right? So you've got, you can either brush them on or you can put them on with a little pipette. So you've got the choice of the two. And if I just come in here, I've got a little bit of... a little bit of paper towel. Let's go first of all with the blue. And when I brush the blue on, can you see the butterfly is resisting? Because it's a printed butterfly resist on there. And then if I go from the blue into the yellow, you shouldn't really do this, by the way, and put your blue brush in your yellow. You're going to take your time and you're going to clean your brush in between. But look at this. I've created my own shade of green where we've had the yellow go into the blue. Now I am going to clean this off now, because then what I'm going to do is I'm going to mix the purple into the yellow, so we'll get like a nice orange shade as well. Ooh. So if we put the purple down here, nice intensive purple, you can see that butterfly appearing and looking fantastic. And then again into the yellow, let's mix those together and let's create a new shade of orange that we can blend from the yellow into the orange. So all of that's done just with that one set of colours, Joe. A
lot of people asking which box number it is. It's number 22 for those of you that have got a few already. Stacey has rightly pointed out that it was 5 asterisks, Joe, rhymes with which. Thanks for clearing that up, Stacey.
Yes, thanks for that one, for keeping us up to date. Right.
A third of the stock's gone here already. Bearing in mind you've only seen this, what we've been showing you this about 6 minutes, and a third has already gone. So you wanted to be fast for it.
Have you gone and found me them samples yet, Joe?
Oh, I'm on it. I'll have a look.
You find some samples, tremendous. Right, so I tell you what I have done. I don't know which one to do. Oh, I've got loads of stuff, clever stuff I want to show you. Right, okay. This is what I've got planned and prepped ready. So in the kit, you get watercolour card ready to go. And this one here, I've stamped this gorgeous big butterfly. So I've stamped it in with like an embossing pad, and then I've embossed it in white over the top. So it's a very similar technique to what we've done before. So what I'm then going to do is I'm going to just mix those colours again. So yeah, Joe, just need you to look for the sparkle ink samples. So I had them this morning on Creating Craft. See if you can lay your hands on them. So I'm going to start and paint from the. Look how intensive and rich that colour is. So we've got the purple on there, and then I'm going to go from purple into the yellow, so that we get that lovely kind of ombre new shade coming across it. It's like an earthy orangey colour, isn't it? And then we can go nice and bright. We can only go nice and bright if we clean our brush, Sarah. Stop trying to rush it through. Here we go. I'm panicking, Joe, because I'm panicking it's going to go. You know, I'm just totally panicking that it's going to go here. And then I'm getting that lovely yellow shading to it. Now, look at that. That looks absolutely fabulous. So what you're going to do is you're going to then leave that to dry. Now, you're quite lucky this sold out in Creating Craft this morning, because it means all this stuff I had prepared ready, we've got it all ready to go. So I've got this. Yes.
Sold out.
What's sold out?
The box that's already sold out. As quick as that. I told you we didn't have as many as we wanted. But in the time it's taking to do the first demonstration. You know, like we get to that point where we know that if everyone checks out, it's gone. Well, that's what's happened. Everyone's put it in their basket at the same time and checked out, and stock's gone. Congratulations if you got it.
Well, do you know what? How pretty was me thing there?
It was beautiful.
It was beautiful, wasn't it? It was. Do you know what I was going to make? I was going to make this. How gorgeous is that? I was going to make that. So, well, don't worry. We have got loads of like tutorials that we've done with the subs box. I daren't use it, because all we're going to do is we're going to wind up all the people who haven't managed to get it. So, right, let me clean up. Oh, do you want my top tip for cleaning up? I bet loads of you have got loads of this around at the moment. We have hand sanitizer. Hand sanitizer cleans your sparkle ink off your fingers. Brilliant. So yes, so I want you to clean your fingers with your sparkle ink, and that'll get you all sorted. Right, Joe, give us 5 minutes, clear all this away then, and then I'll I was all excited there.
Right, I think then we'll have to take out. We'll have to take a minute, I think, just have a moment, and here's all the details. In that case, we're going to regroup of how you can watch and shop at the same time. Hi, I'm Joe from Crafters TV, and I'm here to show you how you can grab the best deals and shop whilst you watch during our shows. So the best way to watch us is always on Crafters TV. Head on over to our homepage and go to Crafters TV. You can see all of our shows, offers, and even shop while you watch. Now if you want to get involved and comment along, head over to our Facebook page. Come say hello, ask us some questions, and lol with us. Or you can watch us on YouTube. Simply head to our Crafters Companion YouTube channel. Got a smart TV? You can even AirPlay directly onto your big screen. We're constantly adding new and exciting shows to our schedule, so don't forget to check in. It's never been easier to have us in your living room. It's always fun here at Crafters TV, so come join us as we create every day. Whew, what Fast and Furious Creative Cravings show this is turning out to be. Very, very busy on everything that we have on the show. Next up, we're going to be looking at some of our mandalas. Now, these are fantastic. The great thing about these is just the amount of depth that you can get on them. So you can use the dies on their own if you want to, or you can use the stamps on their own. You can, of course, do all the things that you would normally do with stamps. You can heat emboss them along with a whole host of other things. However, there's loads that you can do when you use the dies and the stamps together. Check this out. Look at that. And again, the dimension on that is phenomenal because you're able to multi-cut them out. Loads that you can do with them. Two different ways of getting them. They're in two different collections here. So let me firstly show you this one here that you've got. This is Aura. Which is there. So you can see your stamps at the top and your dies at the bottom. And you've also got Zen as well, which is there. So you can get those two together, £12.99 or £19.95. It's a half price deal, so you're effectively paying for one. So you're buying one and getting one absolutely free of charge, which is fantastic. And then what we also have is the Harmony, and the Harmony is coming along with the Cosmic. I think that the Cosmic one's got little love hearts in the corners of it as well, which is absolutely gorgeous. That one again is £12.99 or £19.95. You should be paying that just for one of them. So it's amazing that you're getting both of those for that price. Very, very busy on that. Let me just go and have a little look in the comments. Oh, Janet in Singapore is crying. She's crying because she missed out on the box. She's like, I must work harder and faster next time. Loads of...
Tell everyone you have to go and get on the website, didn't
we did let them know, didn't we?
I know it's good, but do you know what? This is why Joe keeps you up to date on stock of everything. I
did say we did think that we were trying really hard to see if we could get you any more, and it's just been confirmed that we can't get any more. I didn't think we could. Tammy's saying that they finally got hand sanitizer back, so they're going to try that for getting rid of those inks. Lynn's saying your demo is fab. Joe, have you put it in your sold out box? Here is my, it's a bit heavy for, hang on, let me just, there you go. I've placed it gently in the box. I can't throw it. I don't want to smash the jars, of course. Right, I'm going to hand you back to Sara. Don't forget the Crafty Clinic is open. So any questions that you've got whatsoever, do get them into us. Don't forget as well, if you want to send us in pictures, you can. Robin also goes on to say, what's wrong with having sparkly hands? Absolutely nothing wrong with having sparkly hands, if that's what you're after. I think I'd quite like sparkly hands, I must say. But yeah, a few of you that those of you that did manage to get your hands on the Sparkle box are feeling very smug now, to say the least. Also, still very busy as well on the cut and emboss folders. Remember, there's loads more to come in this show that we haven't shown you yet. Don't forget that the stencils are coming up. We've got the pigment ink pads are coming up. There's a technique kit for the pigment ink pads as well. So loads still to share with you over the next hour and 20 minutes or so. Let's hope the stock of this next item lasts a bit longer than that of the last, Sarah.
Well, all I would say is if you want it, go and get it. That's pretty much how we roll. It serves us right for demonstrating something that was in 5 and 5. They obviously put it in 5 and 5 because yeah, they put it there for a reason. Well, you know, we live and learn. That'll teach us to try and bend the rules, Joe. Right, so here we go. These are the mandala stamps and dies. So the idea is on each one, if I just show you, for example here, can you see you get the stamp so that you can stamp the design, and then all of the die cut so that you can die cut multiple layers. So for example, on this one here, can you see they've been done onto different colours of cardstock and then layered up? They look absolutely fabulous, and they're very mindful mandalas, really, really popular. So if you're wanting something that's brilliant to colour in, these are going to be fantastic to do all of your colouring in. I had these on HSN a couple of weeks ago. Everybody absolutely loved them. Now, one of the techniques that I love to do with them, which is what I'm going to show you now, is when you're working with the glitter. So can you see how fabulous these looked glittered? And actually, this card here, so this is the one that I'm going to make for you, or at least show you some of it. Can you see when I open this up, it's acetate. So you've got the glitter around both sides. You're going to be able to acetate both sides. You're going to be able to glitter up on that. So here's how you're going to do it, right? First of all, if you're going to stamp onto acetate, you need to use the right acetate and the right type of ink pad. So I'm using the printable acetate, because on printable acetate you've got one rough side and one shiny side, and the rough side is made to take ink, which gives me a lot more flexibility on which ink pads I could use. So if I put the acetate on here for you, you can see my big inky splodgy mess on here. I've got the stamp on here, but I just stuck it onto my rocker block. Now look, I've got two different types of ink pads you could use here that they're going to take all right onto the printable. So first of all, I'm going to do it with my finesse alcohol proof, just to show you. So this is if you were wanting to then colour this with the alcohol inks. So I put this on here, because of course alcohol inks will colour onto acetate and will look spectacular. So if
I just looked at that for a split second and thought you were just going to stamp onto the mat. I forgot that this was an acetate. I was like, oh no, she's forgotten the cardstock.
So that's onto the acetate, and then I'm also going to have a go with the opaque pigment, because this of course you could emboss with if you wanted. So if you wanted to emboss, but it is a lot slower drying. So, but to be honest, you could probably go with your quick drying pads as well, and your quick drying pads would stick onto here. So there we go with the that is with your opaque pigment. I shouldn't really have rocked it there, but you can still see it's come out still quite clear, but you can see how this is a lot more intense than what that one is. Now, just before the show, Joe, I stamped both of them, both of these types. This one here is onto my, I just cut one of these off. This one here is on my finesse, so it's had about 15-20 minutes to dry. And then the other one was with my pigment. So that's with my opaque pigment, and that, so they both had about 15-20 minutes to dry. Now what I'm going to do is show you, first of all, I'm going to start to colour them with some of my alcohol pens. So I've got my tri-blends here, and of course the tri-blends you could colour onto either side with them. I think it's probably going to be easier for you, Joe, if I just put a little bit of white card behind, and then you'll be able to see really, really well how this is going to work. If I bring my tri-blends in, let's get some nice intense, got a bit of jade green, one of the nice coral ones, and you see you can come on from here and you can colour these, even though we're colouring with an alcohol pen. You can colour onto acetate with your alcohol pen, no problem. Now you can either colour onto the side where you've done the inking, which means when you turn it over you're going to see the stamped one, or you could colour it onto the reverse. If you're worried about your ink smudging, what you can do is just turn the whole thing over, and of course you can colour onto the other side. So this is a smoother side, so I don't know if you can hear that that pen squeaking a little bit. That's because we're going onto the smooth side, whereas on this end we were going onto the rough side, and it just the ink takes a little bit easier, but yeah, the ink just takes a little bit longer to dry there on the rough side. Anne was saying, could you use these through your, could you foil these if you wanted to? You know the dyes, you know, like some dyes work well as a foil dye. Yes. Because it's just a little outline, maybe it would be a good idea to foil it. I think they would foil beautifully well. Oh, and you could foil them and then colour into them with the foil. That would look fantastic. Amazing, wouldn't it? Well, that's just one technique that I'm doing there with the pens, with the colouring. And if I put my pens back down here, Joe, the other one that I really wanted to show you, and if I just bring in my other mandala that we've coloured, I was going to do a little bit of glittering. So if I bring this in here, and I'll see if you can get any closer when you're on there, because what I'm going to do is, I've got one of my fine tip glue applicators. So what you'll find is when you can come and you can I put the tacky glue in here, so the collal tacky glue, but any sort of white PVA, what you'll find is it's not the glue that's special, it's the applicator. So we do a pack where you get 2 of these applicators, Joe. Go and have a little look on the website for fine tip glue applicators.
The tacky glue is back in stock as well, by the way, and a lot of people were waiting for that. So good to know that is now available again, which is great. I think it might even be on this show, actually.
Oh, is that right? Oh, have a little look. If it's on the show, we definitely, well, either way, even if it's not, it's on the website, so you'll be able to go and find it. But tacky glue is immense, and like you say, we've been waiting for loads of people to get it on the show.
$4.99 or $6.49. It is on the show. You can see there the code COLTG100 is the code if you want to search that on the website, or pop across to the website craftscompanion.whereveryouare.co.uk.com or .eu where you can shop and watch at the same time. Just click shop now. I love that now as well, when you go over there, this video will be on the home screen when we're live, so you can just click right from that first screen. You'll know exactly where you want to go. If anyone wasn't with us earlier as well, we've got a bit of new show gossip, haven't we? So I'll share that with you. I didn't share the second bit of gossip, did I? I had a bit of gossip that I held back, so I'll share that with you.
Sure, you need to tell everyone.
Hour. Shall I tell everyone?
Oh, the next hour, just get them told.
I think I did do all the gossip.
I thought you had done.
Yeah, it's unlike me to not share all the gossip. Oh, I don't know if I'm allowed to talk about the other bit.
Go on.
Shall I?
Wait, yeah, go on. Just tell them. Just tell everyone what's
be
going
quick
on.
because I'll get told off. Right, you know, we did a US warehouse sale and it was like off the chart. You know, shut the front door, shut the back door, run up the road naked and kiss the milkman, amazing. Well, there's a UK one coming up this week, 11 a.m. I think it's 11 a.m. till 2 p.m. Here on Crafters. I don't know if it'll be here on Crafters TV on the UK page or the US page. Who knows? But it's happening. The details are being worked out. I've seen the deals. They are incredible. But then after that, as well, a little bit later, we'll be launching Second Chance Sunday. Myself and Sara will be back from 4 till 6 on Sunday, bringing back all the deals that you guys wanted to see. And it's going to be a weekly show. It will normally just be myself here with you for an hour, but we thought we'd kick it off with the boss on a 2-hour extravaganza. So I know a lot of you were concerned that we wouldn't be bringing as many shows as we, as we try and get back to normal as much as we can. But actually, the opposite is true. Even more shows. Our schedule is getting more and more and more jam-packed, which I know you guys absolutely love. And also then a week on Friday, don't forget that we are relaunching the Craft House. And I know we just used to bring it to you once a month on a Friday. However, it's coming back in a big way and it's going to be once a week. And we're going to be digitally welcoming loads of people into our craft room, other well-known craft experts, but also lots of you guys as well. And there'll be details coming towards the end of this week and the beginning of next week, how you can get involved with us on the Craft House and craft along with us, and maybe we'll be able to bring you into the studio virtually. It's going to be exciting, isn't it? So I've just been seeing all the details for it this week. Our schedule is looking jam-packed now.
Well, the thing is, everyone's been in lockdown, which means we haven't had a full quarter of staffing. However, soon as things can start and get back to normal, we can have more people in here, so we can have a little bit more support, Joe. So I think that'll be really good, just if hopefully it won't be too long before we can start getting Craig back in. And I know Debbie Robinson's been coming up a little bit more, and we've been missing our producer Johnny, bless him, so he's been on lockdown at home. So we're looking forward to being able to get a few more people in the building as well. So actually, whereas you were worried that after lockdown we would go to less shows, actually we're having more people available, so we're going to be able to do more shows, so quite the opposite, so don't you worry.
Yes, it is going to be. It's going to be it's fun times ahead. There's lots and lots happening. Stacey needs some help. She wants to pose a question for the craft clinic. Her printer doesn't like Nina cardstock. I must say I haven't heard anyone else having this problem, Stacey, but is there another alcohol marker friendly paper that she could go for that was maybe a little bit thinner or a little bit lighter than our Nina?
Oh, I don't know, because that's about as thin as you get them. There's nothing else I would specifically recommend for alcohol pens. Oh, I'm sorry. To be honest, my printer was 40 quid. So we've just had to get a new printer home because we're doing so much homeschooling. 40 quid takes the Nina, absolutely no problem. So yeah, depends on how much you do. If you're doing a lot of printing and colouring, I would just get a new printer, even if it's just a cheapy one. So hopefully that helps.
Sophie has said that it would be lovely if there was a tote in the UK warehouse sale. What can I say?
It would be lovely, wouldn't it?
Wouldn't it be lovely?
Wouldn't it be lovely if Sarah just looked at everything the US did and said, let's do all that the same in the UK?
Wouldn't it be nice?
Wouldn't that be lovely?
Oh,
well, let's just say, I mean, nice? we are lovely people, us, Joe. We are truly lovely people.
Yeah.
Make sure you tune at 11 o'clock. And if
we can't say any more.
If the US warehouse clearance was anything to go by, you absolutely need to be tuning in at 11 o'clock or watching for the email coming ahead of time.
Yes,
it's all I can say, because it didn't last. And our warehouse in the US is about 5 times bigger in some areas. You know, some of the space they've got 5 times more space for some articles than what we have in the UK, like the big caddy boxes. So yes, we haven't got as much stock of some items.
Right, we've said enough. We've said too much.
Right,
we're going to get in trouble. I don't know you're going to get in trouble with, but
nobody's going to tell me. Well, I'll probably get in trouble off someone, won't I? Right, I've started just showing you how you do all that glittering, but you saw just how easy it was. If you see the card draw that we've done, how fabulous does that look? Because all the glitter is on the back, and once that glue dries and hardens, that's gone perfect. That looks incredible, and with a little bit of light showing through as well. Oh, they look fabulous. I've seen them where you do like a board front with a little tea light in the back, and they look absolutely spectacular. So I mean, there's loads of different ways you can do these, and each one of them, for $12.99 you get the die and the stamp. So bear in mind that is half price. We haven't even really talked about how awesome the deal was, because we just talked about how awesome the product was. So can you see, that's the stamp. You're going to stamp it, and then you're going to put your dies on over the different levels so you can layer it up, which is how you get these sort of, look at this one here. These are the sort of effects, because can you see there's all these different levels of the die, so it's very, very dimensional. Whether you want something with a nice sparkle pen background, or whether you're doing something like this one where we've just done them craft card with a little bit of glitter on, and there's another craft card and glitter. They look really spectacular. It doesn't have to be glitter though, but I just seem to have favoured all of the glittery ones, Joe.
And they look absolutely beautiful. Remember how you can get these. So 2 different ways of getting them. They are half price. So in essence, you're buying one and getting one free. So you've got Zen, which is this one here. And you're also getting with that the Aura. So those two are coming together. And then you've also got a second one, which is this one here, and in this one you're going to get Cosmic, which is this one here, and you've also got Harmony there as well, so make sure you grab those. Right, should we have a little look at the ink pads, because these are absolutely gorgeous. I've got some stuff over here. I just wanted to give you a sort of rough idea of the sort of thing that these are able to do. So let me just see, look at how beautifully pearlescent these are. So they've got this real shine to them, but they're also pigment as well. And what that means is that you're able to do all of those heat embossing techniques that you want to do. Everything you can do with a pigment ink pad, you can do with these, but you've got lots of, I think that they're a bit of bling, aren't they? They're a bit glam, which is amazing. I think what also is amazing that you can get 7 of them for £27 or $44. Let's just run through the colours that you're getting in here. So you're going to get the blush, the amethyst, the bronze, the blue organza, the jade green, the pink lace, and the rose satin. So you're getting a really beautiful selection here for you to work with. There's also a technique kit as well that will go along with these, which is fantastic. So you've got 2 stamps in there, you've got your stencil in there, which is also an embossing folder, a couple of stencils actually, an embossing folder, and some stamps in there too. So really great, and these are going to help you really showcase those ink pads. So if you went for the 2 together, you'd be looking at just over £50 for the 2 together, but imagine the amount of different techniques that you'd be able to create and the different styles you'd be able to create with those. We've got the layering stencils also. I love these layering stencils because you're getting 3 different stencil techniques in one. but also you think about what you're paying for them. They're not much over £5 per stencil, and when you think about it, you're getting 3 stencils in each one of them. And remember, because of the quality of our stencils, you can use these through your die cutting machines to emboss with if you wanted to as well. So you can add that same detail embossed onto your cardstock too, which is great. So loads of different ways that you can using them. Loads of you commenting along, lots of excitement about, of course, the UK warehouse sales. Lots of people asking about maybe bringing back craft. We have some other very exciting plans after. When lockdown's over, someone said, can we bring back craft boards? We've got other things that we want to try out. A particular segment called Crafty Blinders, in no way affiliated with the TV programme Peaky Blinders. But there will be some new stuff coming. Once there's more of us back in the building and social distancing isn't such a concern, then we will start to have some fun stuff again. But at the moment, I'm down here in this end of the studio, and Sara's in the other end of the studio, like 25 foot away from me. We can't get near. There's just the two of us here in the studio. Laura's next door in the control room, and that's it. So it does kind of limit the fun a little bit, doesn't it? But we can still have lots of crafty fun, Sarah, can't we?
Oh, absolutely. Like, I've still got my horn out, Joe. Yeah. We're going to be ready for a lie down after this show. I don't know about you guys, but I definitely feel like I'm going to be. Right, stencils. So I love these. I absolutely love them. And to get all of these for that price. Now, let me show you. So each one, you see, you've got 3 stencils in the kit. So the idea is, by the time you layer all 3 of them up, this is the effect that you're going to get. So you get the dandelions. Oh, I do love this here, the little poppy design on there. That is your roses, so they're called the radiant roses on here. The peonies, you can see I did this peony the other day, actually, there's my design that's in there. In fact, should we just pull that out and I'll show you? Because I was showing everyone how to do like a 3-dimensional look with some different colours of ink pad. So that was my peonies the other day. These are the lilies, that's Joe's favourite on there, the timeless lilies. And then also you've got those gorgeous daisies. Should we have a go with the daisies?
Oh, yes, please.
Yeah, let's get the daisies out. So can you see, you get layer 1, 2 and 3. So you need to do all 3 layers in the order. In fact, layer 3 is an option, but 1 and 2 you need to do in the same way. Now, brilliant product that I would recommend getting hold of if you don't already have it is our stick and spray. So your stick and spray is brilliant for holding things like your stencils in place. So all I'm doing is just spraying a little bit. You can't see it now. I'm in the back of the set, so I keep spraying it because I don't want to get it all over my mat.
Something's happened in the comments. The comments are, as the kids would say, lit, or the comments are fire, because Rosalind has just suggested, how about when things are back to normal, we do a craft cruise, a crafter's companion craft cruise is what she wants us all to do. And literally,
I've heard about these cruises.
Literally, it's like the comments are on fire. I mean, we're coming. I mean, I reckon there must be 20 people ready to send their deposits after. Can you imagine us lot? Imagine Leanne in the bar with the gin. The amount of classes that would be done. Let's just calm those rumours down, I think. Well, they're not rumours, they're just suggestions at the moment.
Just suggestions, but we're going to calm it down. I mean, we could go live from the cruise, Joe.
You're not helping, sorry, you're not helping.
I'm not helping, right. I'm just going to wheel around here. I'm just going to wheel me little bag of bits round here. I've got me little trolley round here with all my bits in. So, right, here we go.
You're like the crafty tea lady.
I am, I feel like the crafty tea lady here. Right, let's get some nice ink pads. Now, if you're going to do some blending, either do it on your mat or don't forget, we've got them craft mats on the show today. So, if you don't have enough space to put like the glass mat out, these are a brilliant way when you're doing all of these inking techniques, and you get 2 of them for that price on there. So can you see it just protects whatever work surface, and it's easy for you to do your blend on there as well, Joe.
Fantastic. $15.98 or $23.92 gets you 2 of those. You're saving 20% as well. So you get both of them, which is fantastic. And also, especially if you don't have a craft room, you're working, let's say, on the dining room table, on your desk or something like that, and you're doing things like your inking, you want to make sure you're protecting it. So that's a really great way. And the other thing is, a lot of you maybe would love to have a big glass mat, but the problem is with a big glass mat, you've then got to store it. So with this, you can roll it back up, pop it back in its tube, and then pop it away. So if you are in a limited space that you're crafting, this is a great way to enable you maybe to have some way of protecting your surface. Right, Eleanor, my mum and me are up for the cruise. Sign us up. When's the date of the cruise? I can't do flights, but a craft cruise sounds amazing. That would be awesome. Yes, cruise would be awesome. A cruise would be awesome. I'd love that cruise. That's a cruise I would take. I would love the cruise. Let's do a cruise. You see what you've done here?
I'm seeing exactly what we've done here. So, well, you do know we do our craftaganza, or we've had to delay this year's. You know, it was due to be in September. So we've had to do that. We could just drive around a cruise ship and pick everybody up around the world as we go.
I've got pictures of you now in a captain's outfit.
Brilliant. Right, so what I've done is I've started with my pale fig, just the one colour, and started kind of blending that, bringing that all in. So I've brought that in from the edge. Then what I'm doing is I'm going to move to the crushed velvet, and I'm going to add just a little bit of the crushed velvet and just blend in that secondary colour. So can you see, this is why I switched. I was going to use the quick drying pads, but then when I've decided I'm going to blend my colours, I've thought what I would do is bring in the water reactive in pads so that I could blend them all round. Can you see here? So nice and blended, bringing them right down here, blending that all in. And then what you do need is you need another colour. We're going to put like a nice orange in the middle for the sunflowers. So let's get my orange in, and then I'm just going to bring that colour into the centre, just plodging it straight. Oh man, I've gone into, I didn't mean to do that in there. Let's get all that blended. You weren't supposed to be there, orange, but never mind, it's going to look all right. It's going to look all right. Right, here we go.
That's looking beautiful. If you want those mandalas as well, very, very busy on those. Quarter stock of both the mandalas gone. I'm sure we'll be coming back to those again at some point. That is looking absolutely beautiful, Sarah. Now, which ink pads could you use with these, would you say? Is it a case of pretty much a lot of them will work with this?
Yes, I was going to use the quick dry. These ones are ideal, so I'm using the, I'm using the water reactives because I want to blend now. So can you see I'm going to put these colours in now, so now we can come in with a more fiery red, Chinese red around the outside, and we can get that deep red brought in around the outside. So if you're wanting to blend like I'm doing here, Joe, you definitely want your water reactives.
Okay,
if you're just wanting to do some very, very basic laid stenciling, your quick dries will do the job as well on there.
Fantastic, and that looks really beautiful. Remember, lots of different options for these. You've got poppies and roses, there's peonies, dandelion clocks, timeless lilies, and delicate daisies. There is a multi-bite for you as well. So of course the best way to get the best value is to go for absolutely all of them. However, they're 2 for £13 or $19 if you wanted to get them in that way as well. If you wanted as well a blending kit, we've got the blending kit on the show for you as well. Do pop across to the website. £33, you get lots of great stuff in there, like your blenders. You've also got things like your I want to call them your, what is it, what's the paint roller one? Sprayer, that's it. Sorry, got there in the end. That looks absolutely gorgeous, Sarah, doesn't it?
Doesn't it? And then I thought, do you know what you can do with this one over the edge? And this is completely optional, up to you. I'll be really honest, these frightened me, these edge ones, and I kept just leaving my design at that. However, look what happens when you come in with a nice pale colour, like your straw bale here. So nice, just nice gentle colour, and all you're doing is putting a little hint of into the background. So don't really go over your design, but we're not stopping exactly at the end. We're just kind of putting a little bit of a hint into the edges, and it just gives the image a little bit of grounding, something to sit on. Now, I'll be really honest, we've done layering stencils. I mean, we've been doing these layering stencils now this is our 3rd or 4th launch of something like this. And every time we do them, you guys just can't get enough of them. And I think it's stenciling in general has really had a bit of a resurgence the last few years. Because die cutting's been so big for so long, people are looking for other more traditional types of paper craft that they can do. Something that's going to work really, really well and complement their die cutting, but something that's a bit of a different technique to have a play with. And stenciling absolutely gives you that. So you see, if I lift this off now, look how fabulous it looks with that nice back. Oh, yes. Gorgeous. It's just subtle in the background around here, but looks incredible.
It really is beautiful. Just a quick question, Sarah. Laura is saying I'm guessing she's left the lid off of one of her ink pads, but she says one of her water reactive ink pads has dried out. Is there anything she can do to revive it?
Do you know, I daren't answer that question because Leanne might be watching. And one day I was on TV and someone said I had the Spectrum Noir pens on and they'd left the lid off and it had dried out. But I thought, well, the colour's all there, so all you're missing is the liquid. And I knew they were alcohol pens. So do you know what I told them to do?
Put a bit of vodka in the end.
Put a bit of vodka in. I think I might have said gin. Well, the phone call I got later, what are you doing telling people to put gin in my pens? You can't put gin in the pen. So I daren't say you best re-ask that question when the boss is in herself, because these ink pads, Leanne has formulated them and she knows exactly the formulation of what's in there. And it's pretty much, it's a little bit like the Coca-Cola recipe in our place. It's a bit top secret. So what I don't want to do is get in trouble from her for telling you something that's going to be wrong because I've just guessed it. Whereas she'll be able to tell you, actually, yes, it's this sort of stuff you want to put in.
Right, so I reckon pop that onto her Facebook page. Leanne Chivers CC is where you'll find her on Facebook, and she will answer for you there as well. Lots of love for the stencils, especially the love for the fuchsia stencils as well. Another question as well from Ro. Can I use my Spectrum... Let me try that again. Can I use my Spectrum Noir metallic pens for this too, or do I need the ink pads instead?
So if you should we get one of these out and do the inks with them? Now, if you want to do it with the metallic pens, you would need to increase the open time on your metallic pens by adding a little bit of, what do you call it, Joe?
Glycerin?
Glycerin. Yes, that's the word I wanted. Let's do the puppies next, should we? So if you're wanting to do this, let me show you with the ink pads and you'll appreciate how much better it looks, okay? Now, how about we do the poppies? And do you know what we haven't used
the poppies
yet,
are really popular.
Popular, I like it.
Popular on the website.
Do you want to try these ink pads as well?
Oh,
the Midas ones.
Yes, indeed.
And do you know what? They would look really nice. I've got some of these on the show today. They would look really nice if I did them with also a little bit of black. Cardstock.
What's nice about that ink pad collection, the Midas we've got, is that it's a good size. If you were just maybe looking to try these for the first time, 7 ink pads for £27, really great value, and you've got some lovely colours as well in that one. So it is a really good, maybe try me size kit that you might want to go for.
Okay, so layer number 1. So remember what you're going to do is you're going to use your stick and spray, and just spray away from you is spray a little bit of the stick and spray on there. Now here's the thing, you really do, I've probably put a little bit too much on there. You really don't need very much at all on here. I'll not spray that last one because I'm thinking I might do something a little bit different. And if you put a lot on there, then all that's going to happen is it's either going to come off on your cardstock, or you're just going to waste it when you don't need to. So I'm going to just give that a bit of a shake so that we don't use too much. Now, these are, there you go, see I've got a little bit extra on there that I didn't need. Let's have a look. We've got pink, we've got amethyst, we've got the blush. Oh, the rose satin will be fabulous with these. And there is the jade green that I was after there. So I'm going to bring in that jade green. Look how spongy these ones are. And then I'm going to sponge this through my leaves. So you're just going to use it in the same way that you did before, but make sure you put plenty on. I'll do one on the black and one on the white so that you can see and kind of compare the two different colours if you want, Joe. Yeah.
Sounds fabulous. Loads of you talking about these stencils and how much you like them. Valerie says these ink pads are beautiful and great for so many uses. Robin, can we get a round of applause for Robin? She just hit platinum. Yay! Congratulations, Robin. And also Stacey's saying, could you just explain how you emboss with a stencil as well?
Yeah, well, that's exactly what I was going to do again. I was going to send one of, that's why I haven't put any, on the last one, because I thought we'd go and emboss with it as well. So we can show you that, absolutely. Right, so here's the green coming through. So all I'm doing is going right through and showing the green so that you can compare it between the black and also the white backgrounds there. Now, just be careful with your Can you see with your ink? Because I wasn't being careful then. I might damage these edges of stencils, and you don't want to do that because stencils are forever tools. So you don't want to damage them by going round. So there's my base. Can you see I've ended up with the black with a little bit of sticky on. I mean, it'll just rub away, but I've had to rub it away. Whereas actually, if I just had put less on, I wouldn't have to rub it away, Joe. So just learn from my mistakes, guys. Don't put too much on. And because I've used it, I've essentially took some of the stickiness away when I've used it on the white. So I wanted you to see how we didn't have any excess left on the white. But isn't it good for you to see how it does just come off if you put a little bit too much on, too much of the... there we go. So that is my first layer. You can see the difference between the black and the white. Then I'm going to come with the second layer. So my poppies, let's do the black first again. The poppies are going to go over the top, same spot, and then we're going to go, I'll go this time with the rose satin, and I'll blend the rose satin and the blush together. Right, let's have a look. I'm just going to try and clear it. I'll keep going, Joe. You let me know if anybody's asking.
Well, Eleanor's saying how much she loves these. She says, I love these pads even. Got them a while ago. Didn't realise how many uses you can do with them. Congratulations. Rosalind saying, do we have a Harry Potter collection? We don't, but maybe we could. Who knows? Maybe we could have did we once have a Downton Abbey collection? Or have I dreamt that?
We had well, it's difficult, the world of licensing, because you've got to renew your licenses and everything like that. So we took the Downton Abbey license for a couple of years. So that was back when it was a really big TV series. We did do Downton Abbey. I've never worked with something as big as Warner. So yes, I'm just going to warn you. I can't promise. That would be a lovely idea. Yeah, negotiating that license, I'm not sure. Leanne would thank me for giving her that job.
The ink pad storage trays are on the show as well. If you want to go for these, 20% off. They're a 6-piece one, so you'd store 18 ink pads in there in total. So more than enough to pop these ink pads into. Really busy on that. Also to let you know as well, the Midas ink pads, it's not just a Crafters TV stock we've got here, it's a site-wide stock. 10% of that has already gone. People have already checked out with that 7-piece collection. So it's very busy. I'll recap the colours on that in a few minutes' time.
I should probably tell you something as well, Joe. The reason it's a 7-piece collection is because we did have 12 ink pads. However, they keep selling out. So please, if you want the colours, if you want the lovely green, the blue or whatever, you've got to get them. We don't know when our ink pads are going to be coming back in stock. So yeah, we're waiting for, they're all made over in the US, and the ink pad manufacturer is currently not working. So yes, if you want the ink pads, you've really got to get them now while we've got them.
Wonderful.
Right,
someone's asking if you could use the aqua tints with the stencils if you wanted to.
Aqua tints with the stencils. You could. Do you know what I would do then? I would put them into a spritzer and I would spritz the aqua tint through the stencil. That's how I would use them. Right. Do you want me to show you how we would do? So there's the two opposites that you've got on the white and on the black, and look how much, so the colour shows really, really well on the light, but the metallic shows really, really well on the dark. They look like completely different ink pads, don't they? And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this another level, so I'm going to take this one here, and we're going to send it through the machine with that last embossed one on. So if I just push my ink pads out the way, and when you're going to stencil, here's what I've lost some of my plates. Here we go, this will be interesting. You're going to have the base plate on, and we also need, oh please tell me I've got one, yes I have, here it is. Right, you also want your rubber embossing mat, and what we're going to do is we're going to put that underneath, so that what it does is it pushes the cardstock up through the bits in the stencil. Now, if you're a little bit like me and you want that, you've got like plates that have got mush all over them, what you need to do is make sure you've got yourself a slightly clearer plate, which that is not one of. Let me try another one down here. Is this one any better? Yeah, that one's not quite so bad. It's got a bit of a heart on, but you're going to put your clear plate on, add your magnetic on there as well, and then get yourself another top plate and put your top plate on. So you're going to send it through. Well, should I put my magnet? Oh, right, I'm going to try it with my, so I haven't got a die in. You see, the rule is, Joe, don't put your magnetic and your embossing mat in at once.
Okay.
I think it's all right. It's just too much pressure in the machine, but I want a really nice deep emboss. So I'm just gonna, yeah, you see what happens is, can you see, it just pushes your embossing mat out there a little bit. So your embossing mat comes out the edge and it gets a little bit wrinkly. However, you'll get a lovely deep emboss on it. Now, if you mush up your, whatchamacallit, don't come and blame me, because I did warn you that you probably shouldn't do that.
Do as I say, not as I do, I think is the rule there.
Can we see that embossed pattern on the background there?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, what will show it really, really well is if I leave that on there, and then let's get, something like the blush. And I'm going to get a nice clean edge one here, and I'm going to get the blush, and I'm just going to put just a little bit, and I'm just going to put like a little hint through there, through the bits where we don't have the poppies on. So just to kind of give a hint. So you're going to have the pattern all over, but we're going to have the colour of the pattern just tiny little bit through some of these edges, so it'll just give you a hint of and really show up. That's nice there.
Oh, wow.
So can you see it just starts to show up a little bit, and if I take it to the close-up, I think it'll look even better. There you go. So that's how you would emboss with all of your stencils, and of course there's certainly one of the stencils in each pack really lends itself well to that. And then you've got that little bit of a hint just going on in the corner there. Do you think they're lovely?
Absolutely beautiful. That is, and those stencils, very, very busy now on those stencils. Let me just run you through the different options that you have, and again, how they work. So you can see here, you've got the lilies. Here's the board with all the 3 different stencils on there. So you've got the 3 different ways. I think they look lovely individually, but when you do layer them up together, I mean, you get something really striking. So you've got the lilies, and then you've also got, this one here is the peonies that you've got just here. And then there's some other options here, which I've got some lovely little finished cards here. So what I've got is the, this one is the peonies that you've got. No, that's the poppies, sorry, that you've got there. You've then got the daisies, which are these ones here. And you've also got then the dandelion. This one's very, very popular individually. And then you've got those beautiful radiant roses too. You can go 2 for £13 if you want to go for a couple of them, or $19, or you can get the whole collection for £33 if you wish to, which is fantastic. So very, very busy on those. The ink pads also busy, and remember the collections are only going to get smaller from now on apparently, because what's happening is obviously we're running out of colours. However, we've still got the opportunity to get you a 7-pack of colours that are going to work really, really well together. So definitely grab them whilst we've got them. 15% of the stock's gone. In here you're going to get blush, amethyst, bronze, blue organza, jade green, pink lace and rose satin. They're the 7 colours that you're going to get all together here. There's also a technique kit as well. Now in here, this is fantastic. So you've got 2 stamps within here. You've also got the Forest Vines stencil. You've got your Spring is in the Air stamp, traditional trellis stencil, and you've also got the Regency Swirls embossing folder as well. Really great value there to get 6 items for £18.18 or $24.79. Now, something we did this morning, it was so incredibly popular, we're going to go back to it. It was a 2-hour masterclass, so if you enjoy this next demonstration, definitely pop back and watch the whole show. I don't think we have a huge amount of stock left from the earlier show because it was incredibly busy. Now, this is your Gemini pop-up box collection. What you're getting in here is the die to make all of the boxes for you, and then you're getting all of the stamps and dies that you need to decorate with things like princesses and mermaids and unicorns and beautiful cakes and cups of tea. It's all in there for you. You've got some wonderful background stamps to add texture to the outside of your boxes if you want to, and you've also got a paper pad in there, 48-piece paper pad. $139.88 is what it should be in the UK. However, it's down to £100 or $199.56. We've taken all the way down to $140 in the US. You've also as well got the ability to use your Club Inspire discount in conjunction with that too. Now, a kind of similar concept, but a sort of, maybe if you're a beginner, you don't have a die cutting machine, it's a little bit of a taster really of it, would be this one here, $24.99 or $24.95. This also a great gift maybe if you want to send this to someone else, a really wonderful thing to give someone, because in fact if they had a little, you know, a Gemini Mini, maybe they'd be able to use this box. In fact, even if you didn't have a die cutting machine at all, there'd be elements of this machine, this box that you'd be able to certainly get creative with. $24.99 or $24.95 if you want that one. Right, let's dive back into the comments. You can see here, Christine is working on a quadruple platinum. Go, Christine. Julie's saying how she loves the background stencils. It can be mixed and matched with other flowers. A lot of people loving that demo. Are those dabby brushes sold on the website? If so, what are they called? They are. There are blending tools that you're after, Ro. They are there on the website. They're in square or round. So you can go and find those. Would you mind, Sarah, just giving us a tip for curling plates? I know you've shared the idea or the process to sort of flatten them out a little bit a few times. Seeing as it's Creative Cravings, a few people are asking about that again. So would you mind running us over that?
Not at all. Have you got plates like this? Like bananas. This one's not too bad, but it's on the way there. I was using this for some sewing demonstrations on Tuesday and I didn't turn and rotate it. And as a result, it is literally starting to look like a banana. Now, yes, I've got some great tips for you. Here's what you're going to do. If you want to flatten your plates out, you are going to here's what I do anyway. This is not necessarily the official recommended advice from the company, but this is what's worked really, really well for me. I boil the kettle. I have a big sink and I put the plug down on the sink and I put my plates into the sink. Then pour the boiling water out of the kettle on top of the plates. And then I find something heavy, like a brick is ideal, or a big stone out of the garden, something heavy onto the top of it. So what happens is then you leave the water to go cool, and while it's cooling, the plates are all in that boiling hot water. And what it does is, anywhere where you've got indentations in, it smooths them all out, and also it warms up the plastic of the plate enough to not change the form but to change the shape a little bit. Then if you take them out, then, because I do all this in my kitchen, so I take them out and I put them underneath my chopping board and I put my Gemini on top of the chopping board and I leave them overnight. So they've waited in the boiling water for about an hour and a half till the water's gone cool. Then they go in with the Gemini on top, underneath the chopping board, leave them overnight. And I wouldn't say they're poker straight when they come out, but they were an awful lot better than they were when they went in. And also Fabulous. I saw Ruth had a little question. She was saying about her metal plate. And, have I got my metal plate here? And she said sometimes she's cut herself before on the metal plate. I haven't got my metal one here. So can we do something about the edges on the metal plate? So now, actually, we sand off all of the edges on our metal plates when they come on. So any metal plates you're ordering now have all had sanded smooth. I mean, you wouldn't dare do that on some of our older metal plates. If you've got the older ones, here's what I do, Joe. I just get a little bit of tape like this, the length of the metal plate, and I just put the tape over the edge like that and then fold it over the top there. And it doesn't in any way interfere with the operation of the plate, but it does, just if you are just worried about potentially catching yourself on those edges, just put yourself a little bit of tape along the edges of the metal plates and then that'll just make them really super safe.
Oh,
so
fantastic.
Yes, a couple of nice little tips there for you. I do like Creative Cravings for these sort of things.
Wonderful. Stacey said she's tried that technique and it worked a treat. So she's very, very happy with that. Right. Pop-up boxes. What a 2-hour show we had this morning, Sarah. So definitely go back and watch that if you've got the time. But should we give people a little bit of an amuse-bouche, a soupçon of the earlier show? Yes.
Well, like you said, you can watch the full demo in the one earlier. However, because it's Creative Cravings, I like to do the basic stuff. This box kit we did have on the show this morning. So this is, well, you see, $24.99 or $24.95 if you're in the US, and it is going to make all of these little miniature pop-up boxes. Now these fold flat to go into an envelope, or they're going to stand up and make a 3D effect like this. So again, those of you in the US on the subscription, you will be getting this. This is box number 24. If you're not in the subscription, definitely get this before it's gone like the Sparkle box went. Actually, if the Sparkle box is anything to go by, this could go the same way. So apparently over half of the stock of the pop-up box is gone. This is the last of the stock that we have available now worldwide. So if you want this one, this is another one of them ones. Don't let it go like the Sparkle box where 100 of you jumped on straight away and it just went. If you want this, go over to the website now, go and you can still continue watching the show, but you can get this one into your basket, and not only into your basket, but into your basket and check it out. Because what happened with the sparkle pen, the sparkle box, loads of you had it in the basket, but you're just sitting with it in your basket. It's actually the first people to check them out. It's not yours until it's checked out, if that makes sense, okay? The website's just not clever enough. It only gives it to you if you're actually checking it out. Now, here's what's going to be in this kit when I open this up and show you. Can you see? So you open it up and you get my lovely smiley mug at you there telling you all about it. When we open this, it's everything you need to get started with this technique. So you do get a full set of instructions in here with this. Then you get these lovely stamps and dies. So the stamps and dies are so that you can make this either for the little girls, or for example, can you see we've got ones that are going to do for sports. So the rugby balls, the footballs, American football, your your cricket in there as well. I shouldn't be saying that, cricket's the one sport that I'm half decent at. Well, let's just say I know how to play. Don't know about having half decent. Your little boy and girl favourites, your toadstools, butterflies, birdhouses, all of these are here in the stamps and matching dies to go with it. So that in there, the value of them two together is the value of the whole box. So like everything else is a bonus. Now, can you see, you get all of these boxes. So you get half of them are in can you see the fancy edge? And half of them are here in the straight edge. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take out one of these fancy edge ones and we'll do it with one of these. So I'll get one of those nice ones out there ready to use. So the first thing you do is get one of those. Then you've got these little edge pieces and you've got 2 for each box. So I'm going to take 2 of them out because we'll need 2 for our project. Then you get loads of acetate. So you get loads of little acetate strips already cut to the right size to go in there. You get some lovely pearls and ribbons to do all of your decoration with. We'll get a lovely pack of coloured card in here, and you also get a pack of your plain card in here as well. So you've got all them lovely patterns to work with. So if I pop all them back in, I've took out the bits that I need, and I'm going to show you how we go about making that lovely let's put these back in as well. Pop in those lovely pop-out boxes.
Lots of excitement about that as well. A lot of people saying that they've just received theirs. Lots of people very excited for theirs to arrive. Can't wait to get their crafty hands on them. Pamela was saying she also puts washi tape over the corner of her metal plate sometimes as well. I guess it's the same sort of thing. And Julia is saying awesome to know about the sanded plates as well. Yeah, great to know.
All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to do this little box, but then I'm also going to be cheeky, Joe, and try and cut to a little bit of a demo and show you the big box that we did early this morning as well. So if you want to watch the full demo, don't forget to go back and watch the whole show. But I'm going to try and teach you as much as I can about pop-up boxes. So there's the base box. Then these here, can you see they have these little folded bits on the edge? So what I'm going to do with these is I'm going to pop a little bit of tape on there. Can you see? So a little bit of tape on there, and we're going to twist them around, and then we're going to position them inside here. So what you'll see is I'm going to take this one here, fold the 2 edges in, and I'm just going to pop that in place here. So I'm going to stick the first side in. Let's stick the left hand side in. Then, without sticking that one down, I'm folding it flat, Joe, folding that piece flat there, and then giving it a press down, which means when you open that up, that one there, make sure we haven't got tape in the front, that one there comes into exactly the right place. Can you see? I'll do that with the next one. So you pop it into here, you pop one on the edge, don't specifically position the second one down. Then you're going to give it a good press on that bit there. And then when we open that back up, it's going to give me another one of these in here. So that these strips are there these are where you're going to place all these little bits. Now all these little bits, Joe, you're going to do with your stamps and your die cuts. So you're going to stamp them, die cut them, and then colour them all in. So I've done loads here where I've coloured them in. And what I have done then is stuck them all onto a little strip of that acetate. And I'm going to position all of these. I'm just going to kind of put them in place to make a little picture, sticking them all together. So I'll keep going. If you've got any comments and questions, Joe, feel free to throw them over.
Yes, thanks. Loads of you loving these. lots of people talking about stamping and just about the sheer volume of product that you get in these kits for the price. They're always really popular in the US. Of course, they're on a subscription basis in the US. And remember, the sparkling one already sold out in the show today. We don't really bring them to you all that often, all that regularly here in the UK. So it's a great chance for you guys in the UK to stock up on these and grab these. And remember, you can, of course, and then a prime example of when you might want to send one of these to someone else. They are fantastic. I mean, if you've got a rocker block and a Gemini Mini, I mean, you're pretty much good to go with these. It is all you need. And then remember, we do have the larger collection as well. So our more seasoned crafters might want to go for the larger collection too. Both of them are there on the website. They're both very, very busy in this morning's masterclass. Now remember, you can watch the masterclass back as you can watch any of our shows back. All of our deals hold for 48 hours. So if you want to watch the shows, any of the shows back, you always can. And they live there forever as well. So you can place your order for the product now, wait for the product to come back to you. As soon as you receive the product, then what you can do is you can then watch the show back. Over half the stock of the pop-up box craft kit has already sold out and gone. And they look so effective, don't they, for the amount of sort of effort that they take, Sarah?
Oh, they're incredible, Joe. And do you know what? I think if you are completely new, as a lot of people watching Creative Cravings are, what a perfect kit to get going with, right? Or if you're not completely new, perhaps you just sometimes are in a bit of a crafty rut and you need somebody to kind of think up, okay, what can we do today that's a bit different? This is absolutely a little bit different. So how wonderful that you can give this a go, have something that you can be using where we've kind of planned and thought up all the inspiration. Now this one's got 270 items. The dies and stamps alone, Joe, are worth more than the value of the box. And the dies and the stamps to me are the bonus, because actually the exciting bit is learning everything about the box and being able to do the box. So you can see how it's just getting better and better literally as we go on. So there we go. You can continue to do that however you want. You can put little bits. I mean, I've got a nice, we can put a nice little bow on the front here, because obviously you get some ribbon in that set. You can do your little miniature pieces of die cuts putting on here, but just shows you how easy these are to do. Now, what I thought I'd do, Joy, is this is, as you said, this is the amuse bouche, right? So this is just like the starter point. I'll bring you that one in there. That's the one that I'd finished off. This is the starting point. This is like the warm-up act for the complete collection. So if you want to show everyone, you want to walk everyone through the complete collection, I'll get ready and do a demonstration, show you how to use the complete collection in here too.
Yes, absolutely. I'd love to. Now, of course, this is a sort of dip your toe in opportunity. And I know there are those of you out there that have already got this box and are now coming back to get the larger collection. So let's just go through the larger collection that we have for you. So this is the pop-up box collection. Now, this makes boxes that are larger, fuller. You've got a lot more options when it comes to what you're going to do. You've also got the die in here, which creates the actual, the shape of the box, if you will. You can see it in the top right corner there, which creates the base of the box for you then to build up onto. You've got the bow in there as well. You've then got stamps and dies in here, so you're going to got different themes of boxes you're able to create. So you've got Ocean Paradise within here, which you're going to do all your mermaidy bits and under the sea bits. You've got Vintage Tea Party, which is fantastic for creating all of those different afternoon tea. You've got cakes and tea and coffee and beautiful things. You've got Once Upon a Time, which is going to give you all those gorgeous mermaid themes too. You've got I Believe in Fairies, which is very whimsical with all your little fairies in there too. And then you've also got Back to Nature, and in nature you've got the birds in there. You've also got the trees and all the wooded themes in there. 4 different stamp sets as well, and those stamp sets, what they do is they allow you to add texture to the outside of your box. So if you didn't want to do pattern papers, you could actually stamp it, make it look like bricks or marble or grass. There's loads that you're able to do. You're also getting as well, don't forget the paper pad included, and that paper pad is going to is designed specifically to work with your pop-up boxes. Now, is that right? 3/4 of the stock has gone from the earlier masterclass show. So we had a very, very busy masterclass earlier. 3/4 of the stock went. £100 or $140 is how much this is going to cost you. through. Of course, if you're in Club Inspire, then you're going to be able to get even more off of that. Of course, what level are you at? Anywhere ranging from 5% discount up to 20% discount. Then this, you're going to be able to get that off this too. So platinum members, you get this for £80 today if you're in the club. Lots of you talking about these and saying how much you love these. Loads of you are sharing your love for these earlier. Love my boxes. Excited to receive the box, says Debbie says, oh, love mine. Been working on mine today. The pop-up dies boxes is what she's been working on. I'm so excited about this box. Mine is scheduled for delivery today, says Laura, and so I'll be playing in the craft room this afternoon. I've been making the pop-up boxes for years. The dies are definitely going to make this so much easier, and the dies are the bit that allow you to skip to the bit that you love, which is the placing everything together and creating everything, which is fantastic. So £100 if you want to grab this, or $140. Remember, 3/4 of the stock though has already sold out and gone. So right, I'm going to hand you over to Sara because I know she's desperate to take you through how these work. So we had such a busy show, didn't we, this morning, Sara, with these?
Oh, Joe, it was fabulous. But then it always is doing these. Now, before I start, I've got my pointy finger out. You know it's serious when the pointy finger's coming out. What I'm going to do, Joe, is I just want to show you with each one of these, I've just got a couple of the cards that you could be making. So, for example, this is the set that I'm going to use with the gorgeous fairies and the rainbows, and I'm going to show you, she's got there the little castle, the topiary trees, the unicorns on here. We've also got this one here. So this is like your fairy garden. So and these are all coming. Basically, we're going to learn how to make the base box, and then you've got all of these extras so that you can personalize this really for any occasion, for any person. There you go. There's another one of these. So you can make them any depth as well. How gorgeous is she? Now, I do need to tell you, this one here, these stamps are all made to be coloured. So if you absolutely love colouring, the stamps and dies in this set are fabulous. Now, it's already £24.99 or £24.99, $39.99 just to get the die that does the clever bit, which I'm going to show you first. So that upgrade there to the £100 or $140 is getting you all of these extra stamps. In fact, what I'll do is I'll try and show you the full page again so you can see everything. Gets you all of the extra stamps and dies so that you can do these for every different theme. So bear in mind, these were from the Masterclass, so it's like a bit of a preview from the Masterclass. You can see there you've got the base one, which is on the top right, 4 sets of stamps to decorate with and your papers, and then if you look, there's 5 extra sets of the stamps and dies to go with. And if you want to do that lovely big fancy bow that we have on the front, the lovely big fancy bow is coming included as well. So I'm just going to pop them to one side. I'm going to get a piece of card out and I'm going to go right back to the very, very beginning and show you how this works. So you get your piece of card, and this is the worker die. This is the important one that everybody needs, and it comes in that starter kit on there. Of that, this one here does the basic box, and you need this one here for doing the little panels. So you know the little connector bits inside you've just seen us do? These are all nice bits for your matting and layering. So if I bring this on here, I'm going to pop this right at the top of my piece of cardstock. And then I'm going to use my very bent Gemini plates. Might take them home tonight and smooth them out. I'm going to pop the top bit on. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to build up a regular Gemini sandwich. So clear plate, magnetic plate, and then your top plate and straight through your machine.
Wonderful, very busy for this collection and also for the craft kit as well. However you get your hands on them, it would appear everyone absolutely loves these, Sara. And also, do you know what? I think the thing is with these, you're going to give it to someone and it's going to be different. I mean, you can give a card to someone sometimes, and yeah, it might be a really lovely card, but this is definitely going to have that wow, isn't it? When they open this up, they're only going to be getting one of these, let's face it.
Without a shadow of a doubt. It's what we would call a mantelpiece pleaser. So it's going to take pride of place in the middle of the mantelpiece. Now, when I lift this off, Joe, can you see, this is the clever bit now. So it's done all of the die cutting that I need, put me 3 markers in here, and then it's up to you how long you want to make it. So can you remember when I was showing you the pieces, we had some that were just little short ones like this. And then we had other ones that were big, long, tall ones like this. So I'm going to show you how you can make your box different heights. So all you do is once you've done this part here, you then come in with a metal ruler and a knife. If you just want the short one, take your guillotine now and cut straight along there, right? And that's going to give you the shortest one. If you want to make the longest one possible, then all you're going to do is you're going to take your craft knife and ruler, make sure you line that up, and you're going to continue right down to the bottom of your cardstock. Same here, craft knife and ruler, just all the way down to the bottom. And then what we're going to do is you're going to have that, this comes away. Oh, I haven't got all the way down there. There we go. I should have really like a self-healing cutting mat behind. So you get that in there, then bring in your Score Master board. So that's my envelope box creator. I've got my Score Master here. And what you're going to do is pop this in place and then just find that line on here. So I can see that that line's under there, and I'm going to continue it all the way down. Same with this one. You're going to find where the line is, got plenty of lines underneath, and continue it all the way down. And that would give you massive base.
Getting lots of questions about this, the craft kits in general, and the larger kits. And just as an overall rule, because I know we sold out of the Sparkle kit, didn't we, at the start of this show? Yep. Where have people got their hands on those? Because people in the comments are like, well, I wish I could have got hold of that on a subscription, that Sparkle kit. Where did we sell them once? But is it of something we do once a year?
We do the subscription through HSN. So the idea of the boxes all came from the head buyer at HSN. She asked us to do that and send a new craft box out to all their customers every month. So we have had tens of thousands of people in the subscription all across North America. So what we do is when we order the thousands and thousands of subscription boxes for the people in the US, we bring a small quantity here in the UK. Now we've tried different options for subscriptions in here, and it's not quite as easy for us here in the UK, and obviously HSN don't have an arm over here in the UK. So what we do is we just make them available individually, which is why sometimes we're left with some. We might order the wrong quantity. Clearly with the ones we've had recently, we just haven't ordered enough of them. But they're all done as one-off production runs. The only reason we can get such a good price on them, so much stuff for such a small price, is because we order so many thousands and thousands of them.
So is it something we do just once a year, give you the opportunity to get in on the subscription box, and then it runs for the rest of the year?
Right, so if people are wanting to re-enroll on the subscription on HSN, I believe we will be re-enrolling the subscription, if not in the June airing of HSN, but in the July one. So keep watching the HSN preview shows. As soon as we have confirmation on when the enrolment is going to be, we will let you guys know, because I know there'll be lots more people waiting to get back in that enrolment.
You know how bad I am at keeping secrets, so I'm sure I'll let it slip as soon as it's going to happen.
You'll let everybody know. Right. Do you want me to show you? You need two of these exactly the same size, by the way. So I've shown you how to do the longest one. Just cut this as short as you want. I've got one here. I've done two of them. Please tell me I've done two of them. Yes, I have. Two of them at the same height. So I've done these. Let's have a look. How deep are these going to be? 6.5, just nearly 7 inches. So I do like these at 7 inches. So what you do is you do all of your score lines. Oh, this needs a nice score down there. I haven't finished scoring that down there. I'm going to score this down there, Joe. Make sure those score lines are all complete to the edge. Because
that Score Master was also on the earlier show today as well, with the envelope box, so definitely go back and grab that. Something else that was on the earlier show I need to remind you of as well, because it is so busy. I know so many of you waited for it. I would hate you to miss out on it. It was the A3 Centura Pearl. So we've got a deal on the A3 Centura Pearl. We've got it in the pastel for you, which is this one just here. And the pastel is also coming with if I can grab it, it's a long way away. There's a lot on this table today. It's also coming with the hint of silver as well. $14.98 or $22.48 to grab those. Gets you both of them. You can multi-order them if you want to, and they are there in an A4 option for you too. But great to have the A3, Sarah, because I guess if you want something that's A4, you just chop it down, but you've got the option to use it in the A3 too.
Well, let me show you what we were using the A4 and A3 for earlier. Oh, I hope you haven't got squashed underneath my sparkle pens there. Right, I was showing everybody how to make envelope boxes for these. So we actually made the perfect size envelope box to fit the one that we put in here. Look at that. And then I made the perfect size envelope box, but I made it a little bit thicker just to show you if we wanted to do it for one of the shorter ones. So we did envelope boxes that were 1 inch deep, and also ones that were 1/2 inch deep. So to do these, you need A3 cardstock. So that's why we had such a flyer on the A3 cardstock this month, because we don't have that in. We have it in stock all the time. We don't put it on promotion very often because I'll be really honest, it costs us more money to send it to the US. We end up like losing a lot of money on it. So if you're watching in the US, please just order lots of that because then at least it helps us with the shipping a little bit. And also what I want to say is it's not very often we have them on the cardstock on an offer that you can take advantage of shipping from here to the US. So while we've got them on buy one get one half price, take advantage of them. Yeah. Right, so here we go. I've gone over them score lines, Joe, just to make them really, really nice and strong. And I'm using just our white stamping card for these because it's a lovely, strong base card. What you should always do is what I didn't do there. Fold it away from itself in the crease first, and then you won't get any cracking down the side. See how it's cracked a little bit there? Yeah, this one here that I folded didn't. It's because you should always fold it away from the design first of all. So just putting a little bit of tape on here, Joe, and I'm just going to line up all of these ones here and then give that a nice little fold over.
Oh no.
What?
I think the A3 might have gone.
No.
Oh, yeah, I know it was really busy earlier. I think it's gone. Yeah, it has gone. The A3's gone. Congratulations, you got it. It's still there.
You lose.
Still there in the A4. I was going to say, get it in the A4 and stick it back together, but I don't think that's quite how it works.
Yeah, not quite the same. Can you see I've die cut with this one? You want to die cut 3 of these, and I'm just putting the little score lines, just folding over the little score lines. Now, these are exactly the same as when we did it with the little miniature one. So you put your tape on the edges, Joe, and I'm going to put my tape, let's just turn these right round, I can get plenty of tape on, and then I'm going to show you how we position them in place. So can you see on here, if I look on there, we've got these little lines where it puts you like a little score mark. I don't know how well you can see that on the camera. So when we come in, you line this first one up against that little score line, all right? So we get that lined up. Then just for that edge, fold it flat, and then just put that bit flat down there. And what that will do is that will stick that piece in exactly the right place to give you that cross hatch. So I'll show you that again. You go into your box, so you stick the first piece on here like this, and then fold your box flat, and that will put the adhesive in exactly the right place to get this stuck down. And then you do the same with the last one, and you're going to end up with 3 cross hatches coming across the base there. And then all I'm going to do is do a little bit of decoration with this, Joe. I've actually used my I've used my fairy one. So I've used the one that you love, Joe, with the unicorns and everything. So all these here, you see, you just die cut them and then stick them onto your little bits of acetate.
Yeah, it's gorgeous. It's a lovely sort of princess theme, that one. You've got the little rainbows in there as well. So there's loads that you can do with that. Deborah saying she's been in the subscription box from the very beginning. Absolutely loves them. Stacey says, help, please bring more A3 cardstock. I can't promise, but I can try and have a whinge for you if you want. You know, see if some moaning happens. I'm quite a convincing moaner, to be honest. So let's see how I get on with that. A lot of you saying as well that just how much you love the boxes and loads of love. Lots of chatter as well about when Sara might be back on HSN. I don't think it's that long to wait now, is it, Sara?
No, and do you know what? It's on a Monday. Now, if that's kerfuzzled you as much as it's kerfuzzled us, yes, we were in a right spin when we found out that HSN was a Monday because we planned everything assuming it was the Tuesday like it normally is. So, yes, it's Monday, is it the 8th of June? Monday the 8th of June? So you're going to, you're going to be watching me on Monday the 8th of June. Right.
Wonderful.
Now, what I'm just going to show you quickly, Joy, is these, you just continue to stick them where I've just seen the time and realised that we haven't got long left on the show. And I want you to see where they go. You can also do whatever decoration you want. You've got those stamps in the set. So can you see the stamps? You can stamp your own pieces and then stick them and decorate all around the sides however you want. The clever bit is how you create the mechanism on the inside. That's the bit that I wanted to show you. And it folds flat to go in the envelope, or the envelope boxes you've seen there. You're going to fold it flat to go in the envelope or the envelope box, and then it's going to stand proud like this. What I am going to do is just pop them to one side and show you a few more of the samples. So I'm just going to get them all out. Now bear in mind, everyone, once you've learned how to do the technique that I showed you, the rest is easy, because you can be doing it, because you've got the die, you can be doing it in any type of cardstock you want, any of these patterned cardstocks, anything like that, and you can see how it's got all of the different elements. So these are all your unicorns and fairies. Let's have a little look. This is my fairy garden one here. I'm just going to check I've got my right box, because I tried to be really organised and get one of each. So I've got the fairy garden. What's this one in here? Oh, it's another fairy garden. So clearly I've picked up my wrong box, because I think I've picked up my selection of all of the fairy gardens. But never mind, because they're all going to look lovely, and you're going to be getting all of them in the kit. And if you go, oh, there's the under the sea one as well. And of course you can mix and match between all the different collections, and you can see again, they all line up perfectly. So all those line pieces, when you fold it flat, keep going like this, folds flat to go into the envelope or to go away, stands proud on the box like this one here.
Absolutely beautiful. Very, very busy on these, as they were in the earlier show. 80% of the big stock has already sold out and gone there. If you're watching this back, definitely keep an eye on the website, check the website, see what the stock situation is like. Here is again everything that you're getting. So you are getting all of the stamps and dies that you need to in there to create and sort of decorate them all. You're getting all the stamps as well, you're getting the paper pad. You're also getting as well the construction box die, if you will, and that's the bit that means you're going to be able to construct as many of these as you want to. You're in no way limited. This is far and away the busiest way of getting your hold on these boxes. However, if you did just want to have dip your toe, you wanted to make some smaller boxes, obviously you're going to be able to make a finite amount of them. We do have the craft kit is available for you as well. Very busy on this one also, $24.99, $24.95. It did sell out, remember the sparkle craft kit that we bought you in earlier in the show. It did sell out in the blink of an eye, it would seem. But this is, again, if you love this box making that Sara's been doing, remember there's a 2-hour masterclass this morning. So go back, watch the whole 2-hour masterclass if you want to. Let's give you a recap on the stuff that we've brought to you in the Creative Craving show. I know Sara's going to try and squeeze in one more demonstration before the end of the hour. This was those cut and emboss folders that you've got here. Love, home, friends, congrats, birthday and thanks. £58 or $67 gets you all of these. Now the great thing about these is that they are an embossing folder with a die embedded within them. So some brands would sell you separate embossing folders and dies. We've put the two together so you're getting even more for your money. £58 or $67 is saving you a quarter on those. We also have the stencils for you too. Now these are great because they're 3 stencils in one. You can use them all separately. You can layer them up. When you layer them up, you create something very full and lush, or use them all separately. It's completely up to you. You've got lilies, roses, peonies, poppies in there, daisies and dandelions as well. Individually, the dandelions are your most favourite. The value is amazing. Remember, the quality is so that if you want to emboss them, you can also do that as well. Now, I need to come back and just remind you of the mandalas because these are really, really busy. So there's 2 different ones that you've got here. So this is the Harmony and the Cosmic that I'm holding here. So you'll see this is the Harmony, really, really beautiful. It's almost a little bit floral in design, this one, but it is gorgeous. $12.99 not only gets you the Harmony, as you can see here, but also you can see that you've got the Cosmic here as well with that one. Really beautiful designs. Or what you can go for is the Aura and the Zen, which is the other option just here. Really lovely, almost a little bit like a kaleidoscope, this one, which I love. And then you've also got this one just here as well, which is your Zen. I think you could easily just use the dies on their own or the stamps on their own, but when you use them together, you get something really full and lush. 40% of the stock of these has gone. Why do you think these ones have been so busy, Sara? Because they're always popular, aren't they, whenever we bring them?
Well, just look at the samples, Joe. Mandalas are, by their very, very nature, very mindful. So how nice, this is using those metallic inks, by the way. How nice to be able to do all of your stamping and then die cut into these to make your own 3D laid. So look at how laid in 3D these are. Really look spectacular. Now, if you've got our metallic pens as well, they are fabulous to be colouring with. In fact, to be honest, any of the pens, I'll use them onto different sheets of coloured cardstock. Now, I did want to circle back to them because I didn't really get a chance to show you in detail how they work at the very beginning of the show. So what I'm going to do is go right back. We just stamped a basic one. I'm now going to show you how you stamp and layer these up. So if I take my base stamp here, this is the Harmony one that I'm using. So I'm going to take the Harmony stamp. Come on, stamp, you're very sticky. Here we go. Harmony stamp, put it on. Of course, you don't fit on that rocker block, do you not? Here we go. Let's get the larger rocker block. Got a larger rocker block out. Let's get you stuck on there. And then I'm going to use those Midas ink pads because they do look lovely, Joe. So I'm just going to stamp with the Midas ink pads. So if I've got the pink one, first of all, what you're going to do is you're going to start off here and we're going to stamp it. I'll stamp it onto the white first of all. Okay, so you can see how that's stamped and giving you a really nice detail. So what you do then is you take the die cut here. And if I just cut this off here, this is then going to line up absolutely perfectly over the top. Little bit of tape, hold it in place, and it's going to cut that first layer for you. So that's just going to go onto there, and that'll be ready to cut our first layer. Then let's get a little bit of black card. So I'll get a little bit of black card now, and I'm going to bring that same one, I'm going to stamp it in a different colour this time, stamp it in the blue. So I'm going to take my blue ink pad on here, and I'm going to stamp the next layer with the blue, this time onto the black. So this is going to stamp beautifully well onto the black. You can see just how different they look onto these are the Midas ink pads, honestly, are fantastic. But the next layer, that is going to cut part of it away. So it's just going to cut out this section, and they're all symmetrical, and they're all, I think it's 8-point turn on them. So they're all like mirrored multiple times. Now I'm feeling under pressure because I know we're getting near the end of the show, but I want to try and show you all of this. Now, if I get the white one here, go back to white, and let's go. Should we do it all in two-tone? I did like it in the. No, let's get another colour in, Joe. Let's get the green in. Now this time, I'm only going to need to ink up the centre of the stamp because we're going to take a little bit of this away. So here we go, in the middle one. Just stamp in the middle. Oh, look, we've got a little bit of an ombre coming up. Should we try ombre in the next one? See how it's going to look.
That sounds great.
And we'll line that up over there. So there's the third piece. That's going to go on there really nicely. There we go. And then let's take you off there because you're going to be handy for the next bit. I think we might fit the next piece on there. Next one, we're going to get the black on. So let's go with another shade here. We just need the middle piece this time. And then again, we'll probably get that ombre with a different shade. Just how quick are these to do as well, Joe? It's so easy when you know what you're doing, isn't it?
It really is gorgeous. And also, they're so effective. I actually love them just stamped out. I think they look fantastic, but they look great heat emboss. Loads of you are saying why these are so busy. Love the mandalas, ordered mine a month ago. Ray says, Julie's just saying good morning from California and that she's glad she's here. Well, I'm glad you're here as well, Julie. It's lovely to have your company as well. Robin saying how gorgeous these mandalas are. A lot of love for these. I know a lot of you have already got these. If you haven't, then today's a great chance to stock up because they're just £12.99 to get two. So you can get both sets for $25.98. Or if you're in the US, you get both sets for $39.90. So really great to get all four of them for that price, which is fantastic.
Right, Joe, there we go. There's all my layers ready to go, and I'll get my big Gemini plate out. We'll do them all at once. So I'm going to go last layer, second to last. Was that the third to last? Fourth to last, and then my big last one on the end there. We'll squeeze them all on, and then we're going to die cut them all through in one go. So clear, then your metal, then your top plate. Through we go. I'm back. Look at this screen. Is it like this when Leanne's in?
No, never. Just a bit like Debbie. Debbie's a bit like you.
Well, that's made me feel better.
When Craig's here, there's not a hair out of place when Craig's here.
I can well believe
and
that.
Fiona's very tidy
We're doing the funny head and body.
We are.
I'm big head with a little body. We need to find somewhere to put you on the screen when that happens, Joe, don't we? Right, here we go. So if I bring these one at a time, here is my layer number 1. Look how well that die cuts towards the edge. Layer number 1. Little bit of gloopy glue gel we're going to use to get layer number 2 on. So there's my layer number 2. And again, I'm just using those big globules of glue. And that's going to line up perfectly for layer number 2. Then we're going to come on layer number 3 and pop out layer number 3. And again, can you see how well that's die cut? All the work's done for you. So one of these mandalas, if you don't do any colouring like this and you just use the ink pads for colour. Where's my layer number 4? My black layer number 4. Have I missed one? Have I not die cut one, Joe? Have I missed one? I've got, where's one black one? This is because I've got such a big mess on here, Joe.
Oh, it's on the bottom of your plate.
Whoa! Good spot, Joe. I knew there was a reason I kept you around.
Thanks.
You keep me right, don't you?
I thought it was my charm and wit, but no, it's just my die-cut spotting ability.
Just die-cut spotting ability. Yep, whatever it is, though, it works, doesn't it? And then that last one in the middle there, look how quick and easy it is. We've done all that layering up, and we've got a fabulous 3D mandala all there. If I tilt it round as well, look how three-dimensional, and all those lovely colours done from our metallic ink pads as well. So just show, you can use them with anything, but how quick and easy was it? I wanted to show everyone how the die cuts work. This is if you do the die cutting and the colouring in at the same time.
Fantastic, really gorgeous, very, very effective as well, and quite easy to layer up and get something that is amazing. My word, we have had a busy Creative Cravings show today. Loads of sellouts. What a busy masterclass we had. Is it double me and you again tomorrow?
It's double me and you, double cartload.
Double cartload. We'll have the amuse-bouche here in the morning, and then of course the main event. So we'll see you back here tomorrow at 11 a.m. Don't miss out on the pop-up boxes. I'd say if there's anything that you're thinking about, the 2 options for the pop-up boxes are really, really busy. Massive thank you, Sara.
It's been wonderful, Joe. Let's do it all again tomorrow.
Let's indeed. We'll see you back here in the morning bright and early. Take care.